What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninjas Top 5 Filthiest Pitches of the Day. We're going to kick it off with the honorable mentions. First, I have Gabe Spire. Heck, I'm going to throw in Andres Munoz, too, because the Mariners bullpen was outstanding yesterday. Both of these guys, no strikeouts, but honorable mentions because they kept the Blue Jays shut down. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, Louis Varland for this dirty knuckle curve. At number 4, Mason Fluharty for picking up 2 big Ks. He had this sweeper. At number 3, Kevin Gausman for these splitters. He had 5 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 2 runs and pitched really well yesterday. At number 2, Matt Brash for this wicked slider. Look at this thing go. And one of the keys to Matt Brash's slider is his absolutely freaky fingers. Look at this curved crap from Matt Brash. It's not crap. It's actually great. I wish I had curved fingers and could throw a pitch like that. And at number 1, Bryce Miller for coming up huge yesterday. He had 3 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 hits and 1 run. And that 1 run was on the first pitch, a solo homer. So we all know that doesn't count. And it makes sense to ambush Miller here because he tends to throw a lot of fastballs, especially to get ahead in the count. The Mariners' entire pitching staff does. Hitters figure it out, swing early. But Miller switched it up later in the game. Here's an overlay of his splitter and fastball, and you can see how that velo difference is what gets the hitter here. Basically finishes the swing before that splitter is in the glove. I also love this adjustment that Miller made because the Mariners realized he might be tipping his pitches earlier in the season when he kept his glove at his waist. And what you can see when he starts to throw with his fastball, he kind of clenches his glove a little bit, maybe gives an extra wiggle. And with his splitter, I think in this case, he doesn't. And now what he does is instead of keeping his hands at his waist, he actually brings them up when he brings his leg up. So if he does do that weird glove thing, you can't really see it because he's bringing his hands up. It distracts the hitter and it probably takes away that tip. So good pickup by the Mariners in getting rid of that tip. And Bryce Miller, excellent outing here. The post-game press conference, talking to Jeter, you knew you had to come up big. And you did.
I saw Woody coming out. I was glad it wasn't Dan. I felt like I had 100-plus pitches in me today, and so I did not want to come out of the game, especially with the way the game went 2 days ago. I knew I had to get deep, and I wanted to keep going, and I felt like I was cruising. So, just settled back in. Woody came out and, gave me some words of encouragement and told me to let it rip, and that's what I did.
What an absolute beast, by the way, Ninja. He gives up that first pitch homer and then had kind of a stressful first inning, and he just never looked remotely concerned and never let it get to him. He stayed completely strapped in and dominated from then on out.
Yeah, and the thing with Miller, I mean, you knew that when we were at Mariners spring training. It's like we were walking out of the facility, and Miller's getting ready to pitch, and he's like, oh, Ninja, wait a second. I have my grips here. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're pitching in 10 minutes. And he is the most low heartbeat dude. Big fan of this dude.
Mitch, we're kicking off the corner. A little PSA. Yesterday you asked me what team I want in the World Series. I mentioned the Dodgers. I said for the health of baseball. I said this because the Dodgers of Los Angeles with their international superstars will get tens of millions of more views in the World Series than, let's say, the Brewers. That's why I consider the health of baseball. And somebody who works in baseball, I would prefer this. So if you don't understand that, you need to go hang out with some more adults. Or if it still upsets you and you're irate about this, go outside, find a girl or a guy, or hell, even a non-binary, and hook up with them. Consensually, of course, but have a human experience because the internet's just not working for you. And
wait, were there comments about this? I kind of missed it.
Oh, there were losers coming out of the woodwork. But enough about losers, on to some winners because Big Dumper had the dong of the day. Featured more than anyone else ever on this program. The man with the can, the hitter with the huge shitter, Cal Raleigh, took an absolute steamer on this ball, much to the dismay of the man behind him with the legendary shirt that we'll get to in a little bit. But, this might be Big Dumper's biggest homer of his career. Gausman was absolutely dealing. He was one strike away from getting out of the 6th inning. And Dumper unleashed on this thing, and then Gausman was frustrated, gave up another hit, and he was out of the game, and that turned the entire tide, and the M's went on to win this thing on the back of the man with the huge ass, and that's your dong of the day.
And now, my pitching ninja moment of Zen. It's the Big Dumper butt plug shirt. I don't know if Cal saw it, but this did not plug up his home runs because right when this happened, gone forever, Aaron Hernandez, Cal Raleigh. It's a home run despite that butt plug shirt.
There's no plug in Big Dumper Ninja.
There is. You can't plug that ass. My picks of the day today are a 3-leg parlay. I'm going to start out with Logan Gilbert for 5Ks or more, then take Treya Savage for 5Ks or more, and top it off with Blake Snell for 6Ks or more. And I'm going to add in my 30% profit boost to boost my profits by 30%. What would your picks of the day be?